At my son's birthday, I found his cake in the trash. My sister sneered, he didn't deserve it anyway. I took my kid and left. The next morning, Mom called crying, please talk to the venue before they cancel your sister's wedding. It was supposed to be the happiest day for my kid, his 6th birthday. He'd been hyping up this dinosaur cake for weeks. Every morning before school, every night before bed. Dad, don't forget the dinosaur cake. I went to grab it when it was time for candles, except the table was empty. I searched around, thinking maybe staff moved it. Then I saw it, in the trash, face down, smashed. Frosting smeared against the liner, little plastic T-Rex broken under a pile of paper plates. And standing right there was my sister Rachel, leaning against the counter, scrolling her phone with that smug half smile. What happened to the cake? I asked, trying to stay calm. She didn't even look up, just shrugged. He didn't deserve it anyway. I froze. My son was across the room, happily telling his friends, wait till you see the dinosaur cake. He had no idea it was already destroyed. I wanted to scream, but with kids running around, I just swallowed it, packed up the party favors, and told everyone my son wasn't feeling well. We left. The drive home was quiet. He sat in the back seat, clutching the little dino topper that survived the trash, asking why everyone went home early. I promised we'd get our own cake later. He smiled, and that smile broke me in two, because he shouldn't have had to be okay with this. That night, no one from my family called. No sorry, no what happened, nothing. The next morning, my phone rang. Mom, I thought maybe she'd finally say something. Nope. She went straight into panic mode. Jason, you need to talk to the venue before they cancel Rachel's wedding. Less than 24 hours after my son's birthday got trashed. She wanted me to fix Rachel's problems. I said, what about what she did yesterday? Silence. Then, you know how your sister is. Don't make this worse. Her wedding is at stake. Later that day, Dad showed up at my house. No hello, no how's your son? Walked right in and said, you need to cover Rachel's venue bill. You're good with people. You make more money. Step up. I asked if he even knew what happened with the cake. He literally shrugged. Kids are resilient. Don't be petty. Right then, my son came out of his room in pajamas, hair sticking up, holding his toy dinosaur. Grandpa, look, he said, showing it off. Dad gave it a 1-second glance before launching back into his speech about deposits and deadlines. That was it. Something in me snapped. That night, Mom called again, this time softer. We don't want drama, Jason. If you won't help, we'll have to use the savings we set aside for your son's future. Is that what you want? I didn't even know they had savings for him. And now they were threatening to spend it on Rachel's wedding. 2 days later, an envelope was taped to my front door. Bank statement inside. Tens of thousands gone. Money for my son's future. Taken. At the bottom, Mom had written, we hope you'll still come to the wedding and put this ugliness behind us. And then Rachel texted me, a selfie in her wedding dress. Caption, thanks for finally stepping up. Knew you'd do the right thing. I didn't reply. The very next day, the school called. My son's kindergarten teacher said my parents had shown up, claiming I'd approved them picking him up early. I hadn't. They said they wanted to surprise him with a suit for Rachel's wedding. That was the line. And then karma delivered. An email from the venue, accidentally CC'd to me. Final warning, if payment isn't received by Friday, the booking will be canceled. For once, I didn't fix it. At 4:45 p.m. on deadline day, I sent one short email. If the booking terminates, please let me know. I'd like that date for a private event. I shut the laptop, went outside and played soccer with my son until the sun went down. When I came back in, there it was. No payment received. Booking canceled. The next morning, I called the venue. Reserved the exact same date. Not for a wedding, for a private dinner. That night, we walked in. No drama, just me, my son, and a few close friends who actually cared. In the middle of the table was a giant dinosaur cake, bigger than the first one. My son's eyes lit up. You got it back. Better, I said, handing him the first slice. Halfway through dinner, Dad showed up. He didn't even look at the cake, just slid a check across the table. The money we took, all of it, I tucked it straight into my son's trust fund. Later that night, Rachel went on social media blasting me for sabotaging her wedding. But instead of support, the comments turned on her. Didn't you have a year to pay? Why was your brother supposed to cover it? Within hours, she turned off comments. Meanwhile, my son blew out 6 candles, months late, surrounded by people who actually cared about him. And that's when it hit me. Rachel lost her wedding, but my son finally got his